Thank you so much, Celia, and thank you for this wonderful award. When I was in elementary school, I heard something terrifying, that our planet is constantly bombarded by deadly radiation. I was grateful to learn that the Earth has a protective shield, just like in Star Trek, called the ozone layer. But we humans were destroying that protective shield. Chemicals used in spray cans and refrigerators were eating holes in our ozone layer. I imagine the Starship Enterprise ruining its own shield. And I thought, we have to stop doing this. As a kid, I did what I could. When my parents asked me to dust, I refused to spray with Pledge. I also opened and closed the refrigerator door really quickly so I wouldn't let the gases out. But mostly, I felt helpless. Many kids today feel the same. When I tell this story during school visits, I ask students if anything going on now reminds them of the ozone crisis. Every hand in the room goes up, even the tiny hands of kindergartners and first graders. They tell me about droughts and floods, melting icebergs and burning towns, starving polar bears and dying koalas. They know that these tragedies are caused by climate change, something that we humans are doing to our own planet. That's why I wrote Mario and the Hole in the Sky. When I started the book more than a decade ago, my children were 5 and 8 years old. I sensed the fear and desperation that they and their friends felt about climate change, and I wanted to give them a message of hope. I wanted them to know that we've actually imperiled our planet before, and we did something about it. I wanted them to know that the effort was led by a Mexican-born American chemist, Dr. Mario Molina. Mario and the Hole in the Sky is a real-life hero story about how a boy's interest in science led him to literally save our planet, and what his story means for the fight against global climate change. Dr. Molina and his colleagues struggled to get people to take the problem seriously. As soon as they discovered the ozone destruction, they held a press conference. No one paid much attention. They contacted other media and public officials, but the press and politicians ignored them. Some people called the ozone crisis a hoax. They called Dr. Molina a liar, and they said that he was a spy trying to sow chaos in the United States. Does any of this sound familiar? But Dr. Molina and other scientists persisted. Eventually, leaders from all around the globe gathered in Montreal to tackle the problem. At first, 28 countries, led by the United States and Mexico, agreed to stop making ozone-destroying chemicals. Then 46 countries signed on. Eventually, 190 countries, nearly every nation on our planet, agreed. Today, the ozone layer is healing itself. Dr. Molina did not tackle ozone destruction alone. No one person could. Many other scientists contributed to the efforts, and countless advocates and political leaders pushed for change. I couldn't have tackled writing this book alone either. Dr. Molina shared many hours on the phone for extensive interviews and fact-checking. I am deeply grateful for his time and his trust in telling his story. Every publishing endeavor is really a group effort, but this book would have never seen the light of day if not for the amazing commitment of the people of Charlesbridge. Some of you may know that the original version of this book was pulped because of the inappropriate behavior of the first illustrator. That was a dark and difficult time, and I felt very helpless. But I have been amazed at what a community of people coming together can accomplish. Instead of cutting their losses, Charlesbridge stood by me and the book and the story. They hired a wonderful new illustrator, Teresa Martinez, whose passion for science and emotional perceptiveness brought this hero's journey shimmering to life. I am so, so grateful to Teresa, my editor, Alyssa Pusey, editorial director and associate publisher, Yolanda Scott, and the whole team at Charlesbridge. They give me such hope. I'm also thankful to SCBWI for the many ways that they've supported me and other creative people. At various events, I've learned to tighten and enliven my writing, craft acquisitions memos, and pitch book ideas. I've met agents and editors and critique group members and made many friends and colleagues. I especially appreciate SCBWI's efforts towards creating a safer, more welcoming professional environment for all people at all events. SCBWI, all of you are a beacon of generosity and light in this world, and you give me hope. Sometimes it feels like we live in a dark world. Many of the problems that we humans face are of our own making. But the human spirit is strong. Together, we can fix our mistakes. As Dr. Molina told me, we can work with all countries, all cultures, all people. We can work together. It is possible. We saved our planet once, and we can do it again. Dr. Maria Molina fills me with hope. This prize fills me with hope. You all fill me with hope. We lift where we stand, each doing what we can for a better world. And these communities of action really do make change. So let's lift together. Thank you.
Elizabeth is donating most of her award to the Union of Concerned Scientists, an organization dedicated to using science to provide practical solutions for a sustainable future. The remainder goes to Pool Effect, helping people band together to reduce carbon